Language arts. It should be engaging. It should be purposeful. And as a parent, don't you want it to be easy to use at home? Well, Language Lessons for a Living Education may be just what you're looking for. For grades 1 through 6, this cost-effective, gentle approach elementary language arts program from Master Books is a 1 book per year Charlotte Mason flavored program written simultaneously to the child and the parent that you can adapt for your students and your family's needs. Each of the levels are student work texts. They're consumable, they vary in length depending on the level, and they're 3-hole punched. You'll find here a balance of language arts instruction combined with pleasant, interesting reading that is responded to through appealing assignments. This balanced intertwining is the formula for an enjoyable language arts course. Language Lessons for a Living Education encourages you to build a partnership with your child, a frequent interaction between you and your student. In the lower levels, you'll be more involved in your students' learning, but gradually your students will move to being more and more independent in the older years. But no matter the level, your students' interests and abilities will guide your pace. Now, there's a weekly, a quarterly, a semester, and an annual rhythm to the assignments and tasks for each level of this program. And since each level follows that similar, consistent pattern, you and your students will quickly recognize and respond to that pattern, which will help you streamline your language arts instruction, even if you are using multiple levels with different students. Now, in all the levels, you'll find components reminiscent of a Charlotte Mason style approach. The author considers this a natural approach, how children learn a language. And these include progressively more independent reading and story-based instruction, picture study, and for the higher levels, even picture sketching. Narration, which is retelling what you've read or seen in your own words, handwriting, and varied copy work depending on your child's level. Progressively more challenging composition tasks, memorization and recitation, often of scripture, spelling and creating a vocabulary dictionary, and a neat addition, critical thinking activities labeled just for fun. Using these main practices, Language Lessons for a Living Education develops the student progressively in listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Students will think about, will talk about what they're learning, and will put these ideas on paper in dissecting language and then applying what's been learned. Students will expand and strengthen their abilities and gradually working towards more independence and self-sufficiency in their language arts skills. So let's talk a bit about where and how you start. If you're coming into this program from another language arts curriculum and you need help with selecting a level, the general expectation is that your students' skills should be comfortably at grade level in reading, writing, and handwriting. Now, the series starts out with level 1. The publishers recommend that before you start level 1, you use a basic phonics program of your choice, or their Foundation Phonics program. So let's take just a moment to examine Foundation Phonics first. In the short daily lessons of this all-in-one volume, students in kindergarten or grade 1 who are ready to learn how to read will learn letters and sounds. They'll learn how to blend them to read words, including over 50 sight words, and ultimately they'll be reading short paragraphs. And as a teacher, you'll find scripted narratives, just enough direction, and suggested hands-on activities. The amount of those you do is completely up to you. No pressure. Children will also learn the basics of the gospel message over the length of the course. Now, once your child has completed basic phonics instruction, like a Foundations Phonics, they can start level 1 of Language Lessons for a Living Education. And there are a couple of planning options for using at this level. You can use it in the second semester after your introductory phonics program, or you can use it at a slower pace over the course of 1 year, using it every other day. Now, in Level 1, the phonics instruction starts out with trickier vowel sounds and blends and finishes with some two-syllable words and letter combinations like SQU, squa, or DGE, j. Integral for this level are 2 books, Not Too Small at All and Charlie and Trike in the Grand Canyon. The Door of Salvation is added near the end of the course for fun reading practice, and you'll need all 4 of these to use Level 1. And these are available separately or in a package. To start at Level 2, make sure your student has learned to read and is approximately at a 2nd grade reading level. Levels 2 through 5 are structured very similarly and build upon each other. On the first day of the week, narrative is emphasized using a few different assignments, either reading progressively more and more of a continuing story of Micah and Claire and their friends and family and church family, picture studies which use art to strengthen observation, description, and analytical skills, reading poetry or a Bible, psalm, or proverb. On the 2nd and 3rd days, students hone their writing topics, equipping them for composing with tools like grammar and mechanics. On the 4th day, students read aloud from the required 101 favorite stories from the Bible. And then students will be prompted to narrate or complete copywork and work on memorizing scripture. On the 5th day, students focus on spelling and vocabulary and build a dictionary. The series encourages you to select level-appropriate additional reading for your student, and if you need ideas to choose from, you'll find in each level a recommended reading list of master books options. And also, you can easily find good, solid literature lists available by searching the internet. Students compile an independent reading list as a record of what they've read, and they'll also create their own dictionary of spelling words that are pulled from each weekly lesson. Level 6 completes the series with comprehension skills and writing various paragraph types, assignments, and creating a personal prayer Bible journal. This course also requires the 10-minute Bible journey, which provides an overview of the Bible in 52 readings. Now, we've talked about what your student will experience, but what's provided to help you as a teacher? Throughout the text, you'll see small teacher note boxes that provide just enough direction for the task at hand. You'll also find a wealth of tools in the back of each book, including ideas for games, learning games, a reusable spelling word list form, spelling rules and exceptions, grammar study sheets, word usage information, writing tips, vocabulary, assessment charts for each semester where you as teacher identify whether the child has the skill mastered or needs experience. And so this is handy to refer to and use for analysis. Answers are provided for the numbered problems, but not the narration practice and the observation questions. In some rare cases, answers are open-ended, so answers will vary. This is another reason to work alongside your child so you have familiarity. For example, no specific answers provided for a question at the end of Level 5 where students are asked to write a state of being verb as a helping verb and also as a linking verb. The author expects you'll be able to grade that without any assistance. Quarterly checklist type reviews of skills help monitor progress, and these list out specific language arts skills and are an extremely helpful tool to really monitor the pulse of your child's skill development. As a grade level program, Language Lessons for a Living Education provides a gentle yet consistent teaching in language arts. If you have more questions about this family-friendly, user-friendly approach to language arts, or if you're looking for a different language arts fit for your family, contact us at Rainbow Resource Center via online, phone, or email.